That's it. Just like that, Pokemon Legends ZA arrives October 16th, 2025. No link, no extra information, no trailer on the official Pokemon YouTube channel. What is happening? Why? Wait, why then? No announce? Are we getting another announcement? Like, where's our Pokemon Presents next month? What? And Pokemon Presents has been confirmed on July 22nd, 2025? Okay, one, Pokemon Company, where's that announcement? Like, that seems to be pretty important. I guess that's like some press thing on the press site. We also got some updates on the box art. So, oh, that's just the game. That's actually the box art. There's no, that can't be real. Oh, that's Japan. Even then, that doesn't look like a game. That doesn't look like game art. What? Alright, sure thing, I guess. And maybe that was like a Japanese announcement or something. But July 22nd, it's so far away. Is that why they just had to give us the release date now? Because we're not getting a trailer in June. We're not getting an announcement in June. So, like, I guess we gotta give them something. Even though the June Pokemon Presents is a staple. And, like, kind of like the best timing for it. The only thing I wonder is just like, okay, so if it's July, that's weird because sometimes we see like, well, not even sometimes. Now we see like promotion for Pokemon Worlds because everyone has their eyes on the Pokemon World Championships. But what does that mean for Pokemon Champions? Because I was hoping that we get the June Presents. They say like, yo, play it now. Like June, July, late June, early July. That's Pokemon Champions coming out. No excuse to not have it out by then. Release date timing also gets really weird on Champions with a July 22nd Presents. The only benefit here is maybe we see a project into 2026 that's interesting. But it seems like Pokemon Champions should just close the book. Should just be Pokemon. We don't need any announcements until Pokemon Day 2026 if Pokemon Champions is out, and that should be like the Fortnite of Pokemon, the everyone's playing this game for any downtime, for anything that lasts throughout many years, or just the entirety of the Nintendo Switch 2 life cycle, and then the Pokemon Company can figure out the other spin-off games and main series and storytelling they want to do. Pokemon Let's Go Johto, sick, please, just do it. I don't care. Master Collection, anything. Anything, but the Pokemon Company is giving us nothing to where like even the release date announcement is a big nothing. Also, I didn't notice this part because again, it wasn't like the official announcement thing. So the rest of this video is going to be kind of weird because I break it down from the angle of a June Pokemon Presents, but now everything's just worse. I do not understand anything about the Pokemon Company marketing and how all of that's going on. Like, sure. Is there any surprise here? No, because Pokemon X and Y came out in October, so of course, if we're getting the kind of remake, not really, over a decade later, yeah, mid-October for Pokemon Legends ZA was always the play. It just kind of depends on the date, and because years and months are different, whatever day it lands on, October 16th, sure. In addition to the Nintendo Switch title, a Nintendo Switch 2 edition will offer improved graphics and frame rates. See, it was like it's not Game Freak's fault. It's that the Switch launched underpowered in 2017. What are they supposed to do? You can't keep like modern games on the computer, on PC. Oh man, oh god, I just sound like a boomer. On the computer, PC games, they are so unoptimized because they are dealing with much more power, immeasurable more power than the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, all the complaints about like the performance of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet stuff is just nonsense. And now we won't have to deal with that in a couple years when everything and everyone has a Nintendo Switch 2. Digital and physical versions of Pokemon Legends ZA can be upgraded to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition via an upgrade pack. So that's our update. Our update is exactly what we already knew from the Nintendo Direct, that there's going to be a Nintendo Switch 2 edition and upgrade packs exist for the Nintendo Switch 2. And Pokemon Legends ZA arrives October 16, 2025. Anything else? Nothing else? Not really. What's going on here? Like, how is the Pokemon Company this bad at hype? Because we could have just gotten the release date earlier in the month to at least spice things up a little bit. We have some discussion going on right now. At least it shows the Pokemon Company hasn't completely forgotten the game exists, or that they're supposed to promote their upcoming game after taking a year off, and kind of 2 years because we only had DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And then the weird thing is, like, oh yeah, remember Pokemon Sun and Moon? That was May. So if we're getting the release of Pokemon Legends EA a month earlier, then we should have a Pokemon Presents in late May, potentially, or at least a trailer. Like, there's no reason to not have any trailer or game information with this announcement. A release date without a trailer or an update is so strange, and even then, like, there's enough information in this game to where we could get something, right? Remember what Pokemon Sun and Moon did? And anyone that says, like, oh, Pokemon Sun and Moon revealed too much and spoiled too much is an idiot. One, the sales still shattered 3DS records, and two, this was just nonstop hype. This was the best time it has ever been for Pokemon news, that more people cared, more people watched. Because, like, oh yeah, we kept people engaged, we kept people hyped, we wanted to show everything, and even then, like, not even a third of the decks was shown. It's like, what are they spoiling? You still had to play the game to experience the mechanics and find out all the new stuff inside of it. They just teased a little bit of everything, and it turned out, wow, yeah, everything's awesome and cool. And even then, we're getting more trailers. How is Pokemon Sun and Moon's release cycle giving us more information about Zygarde than Pokemon Legends EA? I just don't understand why there's no hype, why there's no marketing or anything around this. And then also comparing it to, like, Pokemon X and Y, that was still a pretty solid time of, like, Koro giving us information, Pokemon Company showing us trailers. Like, they just dropped it and people were like, yo, alright, cool. No editing, no value, just, hey, here's gameplay, get excited. And everyone was like, yes, we are excited. A random reveal, Honedge, at, like, Gamescom or something. And they just, like, kept it going, kept it rolling. With this, there's nothing for Pokemon Legends EA, even though they're telling a story. Like, that's kind of the strange thing about Pokemon Legends EA, is they're slightly trying. That the end of one trailer teases something into the next trailer. So, like, yeah, they have things to reveal and show and mechanics to go off of, and it kind of comes together. So this was with the first one, and then we have the second one, which actually hasn't been re-uploaded on the Pokemon YouTube channel, which is strange. And it's also really weird because why is the thumbnail the end part of this trailer? So yeah, now we see the nighttime stuff, and oh, purple glowing aura. Who knows what that could be? Is it going to be, you know, an alpha Pokemon, wild mega Pokemon, some kind of shenanigans inside the game? We gotta wait to find out, and that was 2 months ago. Where's our trailer? Why didn't we get a trailer with this? That's like the only takeaway, is like, hey, they should be showing it to us. Is there anything here? No, this just kind of looks like already information where we have the battle zones set up and we're going up against trainers and stuff. And then we also have the June Pokemon Presents, which makes the timing of this release date announcement even more strange. That, like, okay, cool. So we go from 0 to, like, 2 out of 100 with the release date announcement, because there's nothing to the release date, really. And then no other trailer out of place. Like, they could have just waited until the first week of June or the second week of June whenever the Pokemon Presents is coming out. And there's even times where, like, yeah, if we have other games and other announcements, we'll chain Pokemon Presents together, because inside of this one, they also had the Pokemon Unite announcement and showcase, which is also strange. How did anyone get upset at that? We had multiple Pokemon games, multiple reveals, multiple updates, Pokemon Snap, Mega Evolution in Pokemon Go, events in Pokemon Sword and Shield. We got a full Pokemon Presents, and then we got an entirely new game announcement in the next. We legitimately got 2 Pokemon Presents, and people were upset about it somehow, and I don't even know. And history has it to where there's at least some things to look forward to, but a trailer a month ain't it, especially when, like, we could have the May trailer by now because of the month earlier release that we have for Pokemon Legends EA. Like, yeah, May trailer, and then, like, June Presents, and then maybe you don't have to give too much for July or anything, and then you ramp it back up for August, September, October games out. Why can't Pokemon be exciting or hype? Where's our other game? Where's our Pokemon Champions update? I guess that makes, like, see, that's why I'm just, like, thrown through such a loop. That there was nothing. There was no reason. There's no hype added to this announcement. So just give us all the hype in June for the Pokemon Presents. Make it a banger. Pokemon Presents. Show us that next trailer, show us the purple glowy, and then say October 16th, everyone's happy, and then really fill us in. Give us the big details on Pokemon Champions. Guys, we don't need any other games. We don't need a Pokemon Unite. We don't need all of these, like, other announcements inside of it. We just need, hey, this big competitive Pokemon game is going to be, like, the place to play Pokemon. This is going to be the Fortnite of Pokemon for the next couple of years. So here's how cool and exciting it is. And it needs to be, like, released then. There's no, like, Pokemon Champions being in development announcement for February. It's like, well, if you gave this to, like, modders or something, they'd already have the game done. So, like, the game should just be ready, good to go. It should have been planned for summer 2025. I have no idea what else is happening after that. And now the timings and release dates and the Pokemon Presents don't make any sense either. And I don't know if there's going to be anything exciting for Pokemon Legends EA. And it's still many months away. So we got June, July, August, September, halfway through October, 4.5 months. And I don't know if that matters or not. Like, I'm kind of angry where it's like, it's so long, and I kind of want to just play something Pokemon, but everything's so underwhelming and underpromoted. It's like, yeah, I guess. It's already been 3 months since the present, so we're kind of not really halfway there. Feel about that some kind of way, however you feel about that. So there we go. The Pokemon Company acknowledged us, but it was empty, and yeah. I guess that's pretty much like my coverage is like, okay, we knew it was going to happen here. This release date is not a surprise, nothing to plan around, doesn't really make any much of a difference. Guess it gives you some time to get Nintendo Switch 2 if you haven't gotten your Nintendo email yet. And then Pokemon, now this just makes things weirder for the Pokemon Presents. I don't know. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.